Gathered to count the cost are civil society bodies, Open Secrets, Outer, Corruption Watch, among others. They say ordinary citizens have paid a high price. Not only have citizens paid through taxes, they have paid through undelivered health services, education, textbooks, and poor public transport and policing. They say corruption and state capture are not victimless crimes.
The tribunal today, I think, is an important step in understanding how the corruption has affected the political economy of our country. You know, we've always been told by the former president that corruption is victimless. Now we understand, I think, from what is emerging from these hearings today, that corruption has a face, and it has a dreadful, devastating impact on the human beings in our country. And it speaks to not only the looting and misappropriation of money, but it speaks to the economic choices that have been made by our political leaders. It speaks to the economic decisions that get made, which affect whether or not you have an ambulance to convey somebody who's near death's bed to receive the right emergency services. It speaks about the loss of a generation in terms of access to education. And it also speaks about economic choices we made when we bought trains that don't even fit onto the railings, and how that affects those who are the most marginalized and vulnerable in our community.
We feel that it is our duty to provide this platform as civil society organizations to give the mouthpiece to the people that we represent. And that is why we have done this today. And we hope that in people coming here today, in us hosting this and really seeing that people have to wake up at 4 a.m. to get to work that's 20 minutes away, and they only get there at 8. These are the stories that we saw today. Textbooks not being delivered, people going to clinics not getting healthcare, people having to nurse each other at hospitals where there should be professionals there to do that job. These are the stories that have come out today.
And professionals have paid the price too, especially when they refuse to toe the line.
Being unemployed is one thing, but being unemployable is another thing, because no matter where I apply, I think it's flagged that this is a person.
Highly qualified.
It doesn't matter, because I become a danger, or people like us become a danger to certain people. Because you see, when you sit in an interview, they will ask you, which investigations have you done? And as soon as you mention certain individuals, then you are not called for the second interview.
At national level, it seems easier to count the 67 billion lost to increased borrowing costs for South Africa. They ask how to account for the lives and the livelihoods lost. They wonder if these would be mere sunken costs on the national balance sheet and memory. Thandeka Qubulembeki, SABC News, Johannesburg.